Miyari, hola, hello everyone. Dairile Ra Hikotea Niaku'no Ruiz Leo. My name is Ra. Latraha Aba Taino Boricua Ikurukuhua Kena Tekina. I am a Taino Boricua artist and educator, and welcome to Anaba Poems by Taino Poets. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what this is in just a little bit. But first, I want to say, in case if you're brand new to any of the gatherings or shows that I host, as I said, I'm an artist and I'm an educator, and I'm the host of the monthly gathering or show that happens that we do called Arito Taino Voices or Voces Tainas. And I also organize another event called Hiwatahia-Taino Ahuikino Queer Taino Voices. And this Anaba Taino Poetry Workshop or circle, which I'll tell you a little bit more about in just a little bit. But all of these three events are all free offerings, and they're powered by donations, by grants and things like that. So if you, after this, if you're inspired to donate, you can do so via Venmo at Ra Ruiz, as it shows here, or via PayPal using my email as it shows here on screen. Or you can also purchase a shirt. I designed these shirts, and you can purchase one, and that goes to fund these those programs that I offer. And then you can find that on my website at www.raruizleon.com or on the Instagram Hikotea Kolua. That's the Instagram that I have for the shirts, that are means to fund these programs. I also make music in the Hiwatahia-Taino language, which you can find on iTunes and Spotify and YouTube. And speaking of the language, I offer Hiwatahia or Taino language classes or courses. And if you're interested in that, you can email me at raruizleon@icloud.com or rakiruiz@gmail.com. Any of these are fine. Okay, so what is Anaba Poems by Taino Poets? So it was a workshop, and a group of us got together and we were meeting and writing together and discussing and conversing. And so what you're going to see tonight are the poems that are the product of those workshops. I think we met for like 10 sessions. And so you're going to hear the poems that were created during that time of us together. Now, all these people have also been part of the language classes. So a big part of that workshop was incorporating the language, using the language in poetry, creating poems in the language. But what's going to happen tonight is that you're going to hear the poets speaking or reading in Taino, but you're going to be able to see the English translation on screen. So who are these folks? So we have Kyla, and these images that I'm going to show you are also on my social media. So if you don't have time to read them now on screen, you can also check them out on my my Instagram, because what I did was take snippets or excerpts of their poems and put them there. So you should check it out. So we have Kyla, we have Jeanette, we have Imani, Rachel, Kuya, Ermin, Nivia, Jaceli, and I didn't have a picture of Anna. So Anna, I don't have one for you. Then if we have time, you might hear from me as well. Okay. I'm gonna stop share here. Thank you all for being here. We're gonna start. And I'm gonna say, Rachel, are you comfortable starting us off? I'm going to pull up Rachel's presentation.
Taino Makuria. It's the first poem. You can start on the next sheet. Okay. Taino Makuidiri. Da ewa amaki jahatinayara. Awaharani via aba ouo a ama. Aba ouo a konike. Kawahanino adakarano. Akaisa kuwa makuri. Aba kimekwana. Awaharani. Da utawa oma bairi uruaki. Waria alika itano tuewa saura yaduku y yaraika. Abakodulaki witu langeirano. Waria monano taya waria bohio. Aba iri iradaki adaka anai aba biamata. Alikabadia mawanaki wanaya. Awaharani, awaharani. Adia idia yoba wiwano. Maumakudi wa Hiwatahia anaihi lanka asakawayailo. Kena hanai arulawa. Naya ewa waibaki wakilla o mairino tosa areida ma hanai manikotano kena ayakati wa iwakumahu. Kena keita keta kei da ulakaki da kua traha awataino mamakudi awairi kena manuani langseme. Awasimu tosa valirano alukana kanke anakanke abowa kamekwana ahorono akuihiana kena hiruao awaharani awaharani abushi anika da wariko waria kena abushi unawati dausa next sheet abushi anika da wariko waria kena abushi unawati dausa dawahara via dawaya kina maiyara adeira daka da ibanika kina abuntowa dawaya ulakani itakuwa ka akihiba tosa abuhuan akihaki nasalu danikauku abushle tosa hikiba landa taya akahi anikano tura uwa kuhari ayabo dakono amabao da traja konani Oma buritao aduna da uma. Awaharani, awaharani, awarahani via tosa ahikiba. Via jeniko via amani. Da uwama ya iguara. Da traha yaha. Akaisa da kua traha aba taino mamakuri aba iri. That's the end of that one. The next is Aba Akabidaye Mayara Amakoyaki. Next page. Aba Akabidaye Mayara Amakoyaki. Tura Mayara Amakaluwaki Kaluwaki Alubu Shokona Urasa. Tura Mayara Wawata Kaita Ashika Kaonara Abu Alu Aba Pula Karobu. Bu Mayara Isulaka Manitu Hutura. Que Turano era Kinkabano Tolaoluco Kawaisa. Abakabidaye Mayara Amakukoyaki. Que Tura Mukaki era Akiribu. Kolemuwani Oluko Tomaku Takarabu Laka Asawa Oka Turano Uma. Kaera Kiribu Muka Asasiba Turano Uma. Amahirani Turano Uma a Turano Bata Wawashine. Wawashine Yakihani Waria Nasalu. Wawashine Waria Kakaleno Bu Ulakaki. A Asawa Abandakabano Langwiwano Obaya. Ulakani manitihu toho akabi hikihi tosa lewadayi. Aba akabi daye mayara uma kokoyaki. Tura ainka abija toka taki. Oma ahiareno waria yaha kinayara. Tokataki oma ahiareino. Waria baruda kadikiraha. Akaisakua aburutiaki oma yareno lang wasawara. That's the last one.
Thank you, Arikomabu, Rachel. And as I mentioned before to everyone, the poets will be reading their poems in Taino, but the English translation will be on screen for you to follow along. Our next reader, and I'm going to ask Guya, would you like to read?
Ahang.
Yeah. While you are maybe introducing us a little bit to your writing or maybe what your poems are about, I'm going to look for your piece.
Uh-huh. Uh, Miyari Abatoma, Tairile, Guya. Hello, everyone. My name is Guya, and my style of poetry is very spiritual. I might cry, FYI. Side note, I'm also known as a crying woman. So my pronouns are they and them, or she, her. Um, Also in our language, Naya and Tia. Um, I did my poems, these poems that I'm going to read today, in a style that, uh, what the Hiwatahia language has invoked in me along my Taino journey of reconnection, of decolonization in the last 35 years.
This
And
is
so it's full of a lot of feeling and things that I've picked up. I'm also a psychic and a medium. So I, since I was a child, I was visited by a lot of spirits, including our Taino ancestors, um, mine in particular. So and others. I have a father who is, my mother's from Quisqueya, and my stepfather is from Borinquen. So I've also had that side of the family's ancestors visiting me too. So I, as you probably can tell by now, this is probably one of the reasons I might cry while I am reading. And also, just to let you know, um, I um, I may pause every now and then, just because I had brain surgery 2 years ago, and I get these interruptions while I'm speaking. I forgot the other questions.
no, it's okay. This is a document that you just sent me, so it's okay, right?
Oh
Is
yeah.
is this the piece you want to start with?
Which one is that one?
This
It
is
seems like yes, it is.
okay. I'll leave it here.
Uh, Arigomabu. Just take a sip of water. Set my timer off, which I should have done already. Okay. Turaidina no tura kanitia maki avandatia no la wiwano wo ewa maki amu wasabara oma ka urapanos. Oma wawayano kenatana oma wa hadoya suni mayuma. Aniama Durakova toko, to, tokabu usivetosa. Ebiketi, ebiketi aki oma yawa. Yawa lang akararani malu. Aheridano. Muwaideno. Kurawari kakei. Aiwa. Ahiana haswa. Ababaruko le masuruti. Yara le abara, abaruko masuruti. Ababaruko wasiwaki. Idia tura aidinano. Adirano usibe. Uadirani. Aiva lang aba anibi. Mabai mano. Tokabu tosada dirini. Lan mabita sao. Akarani. Madan amani. Akamanki. Abaruko. Tokoa ekinini le wasiwaki. Tokoa yeniko lo lan uamoro. Uamoro. Aluwaki. Aulawaki. Aitani. Autom. Automa. Bibi ambawaya. Kena bia wania wanu. Wania no. Atuma lan wa wakili. Lan wa hebeyono. Lan wanai species. I'm sorry, I could not think of a Taino word for that because we do not have one. Lan wahuabu eki puraki adiran boano abuli ereikeni tokabu anai mutu tubaru toubaru ka ubaralang madan ka tonadang uwa wakili uwa ka abaurusauru madang ababaurus abarusuru anura anukiri aduruasao adiki anukiri aduruasao maka kaliwa tehemano tosadina idia wadia obaya ekia sao wasiwaki ularini ularige uatuma wa tolanda wa irahuno wa wawayano wa taino wa itaino ua ka iloni ka itaino wa bohio wo yaiwalan wasiwani da waya akararani kawakaili le ka tanolang le kawakili le ka ubaralang wanara kawahulang mabu nakolang no aluyakang okolono aluka tonalang tan a hinama kwa kalat kalat kalataulu kalatu kalau kalataolu kalatu talau wateke alu kan tanolang kawada bu asakauna hinama ni kawa kalatini ahurut ahuitirani alakani koroko wani batan pu kadan pu ukaidan kena wo ubaradan amutawani anibi oma buyawa anibi oma yabang anibi oma tokowa tosa lekewe keyewe wakia anibi okami onabe de ahuse ka itaino lan wa adura wa sano ka uamno umano a eikuruko koroko kenta koya Wodo aduraraki. Uyakan, wehi, kati, tukuyanu, shokuyanu. Batuku yahirino, ka, kari, uruku. Ka tonadoan, toko ale, adeiriki. Toko ale, tanodan, waya, ahubo, wakinika baso, wakinika basao, kibaniki, kabinaki, eira, aniki, karatsi, ashunurasao, no, kena hanai, karatsi, ashinurasao, no, wiwano, abandatia, bohio.
Arikomabu, Kuya. Thank you so much.
Arikomabu, everyone.
Thank you, Kuya. I'm gonna stop share here. And I'm gonna ask now Imani to present. I know Imani already has their own what they're gonna present. So
Miadi, everyone. So tonight I would like to say thank you to my family and friends that came, and also thank you to Ra for putting together this beautiful poetry circle where we were able to, I feel, heal together through our art and through our discussion. My first poem is a call for unification for all of us who identify as Taino or who have Taino ancestry, and to look beyond countries and skin tone and other things like that, and for us to be in a space together.
Wodo Yaha. I call to all nations and all tribes. Release yourselves, free and defend. Release the cloak of self-doubt ingrained in your mind. Release the lie that we do not exist where we stand. Wodo Yaha. I call to all nations and all tribes. Reject the hate and biases of what's been forced onto you. Reject the tangled web of history that has indoctrinated onto you. Wodo Yaha. I call to all nations and all tribes. Recognize me as your kin, not as a stranger. Don't judge me on my skin or my hair. We love each other as brother and sister. Recognize the power we hold and unite. Wodo Yaha. I call to all nations and all tribes. Remember the love of our ancestors poured into your conception as they molded your spirit. Remember the fire they placed in our minds. Wodo Yaha. Kina Wodo Ua Waibani.
awesome. Thank you, Imani, for creating that.
Of course, and I have my second video. I'd like to kind of give a little intro to that. During our time, every session we had different prompts where we could write about different things. And the second prompt, the second poem that I have, it was from a prompt about a funny story, maybe from your childhood. And this one was inspired by by my grandmother. She was, I'm Haitian, I'm from Haiti, and she was a pivotal role in bringing me up, me and my siblings and my cousins. And this was a story from when I was about 3 years old. And in the picture that you guys will see, it's a picture of my parents, my grandmother when she was younger, um, when she was kind of middle aged, and also when she was in her senior years. And also, you'll see a picture of me and my siblings. I'm the baby in the middle. Um, I'm not sure if you got the link, Ra.
You sent it in the chat as well, or you sent it to me
Mm-hmm.
via email? Oh, I think
I could send it
see it.
again.
I think I have it now. Okay, let me.
And hopefully the volume is loud enough for you guys to hear. I'm sorry if it was too low.
Was it low with the previous video, or was it okay? It was okay.
Maman, Wemango, when songe gato douce ou te fait pour nous, ak l'amour ou te bom nous. When connaît ou toujours guide nous. Mama, I miss you. I remember the sweet cakes you used to make us and the love you gave us. I know you still guide us. My mama, my grandmother, was a woman brought up in the mountains of Jacmel. She lived in America with limited English, but that didn't limit her capability and wisdom. She taught me how to stand in my power and execute decisions. She taught me hospitality and comfort. Since the beginning, you've instilled pride and language in me. I was newly 3 years old, still at home and not enrolled in school yet. I always felt that Mama didn't want me to grow up. She was always patrolling me, holding my hand, telling me what to do. And she'd always, without hesitation, report to my parents if I did something mischievous under her watch. Her actions were always met with, Mama, ipavlem gandhi. Mama, she doesn't want me to grow up. At 3 years old, I haven't yet adjusted to certain social norms, like wearing clothes. I hated keeping it on. But one day, just like any other day, I was at the house alone with Mama. As she was cooking, I snuck to the porch on the second floor. I surveyed the street from my view, and a police car was patrolling the neighborhood. It was my chance. At that moment, I decided to open the window, take off my shirt, and wave it around my head like a helicopter, and shout for no reason. Help! 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 I screamed. I yelled, and just as fast as I started, I was yanked out the window by my grandma. She was sweating bullets and was in pure shock. She babysat my older siblings, but my actions were something different. In her daily report to my parents, Mama explained how she thought she was going to jail for child endangerment, or even worse, get deported to Haiti. On top of that, she didn't even know English. But luck was on her side. The police car cruised on without a bother. Shortly after that incident, I was enrolled in preschool for the following fall, on request by Mama, with no exceptions. I was finally growing up, and going on to the next chapter in life, school. All thanks to Mama. Merci un pile, Mama.
Thank you, Imani. That was so
Thank you
nice.
so much. Thank you.
That story always makes us crack up.
Arikamabu.
Babies will be
quite the hand-
babies, right?
Yeah, I was quite the handful, but I'm better now, I promise.
Thank you,
Thank you, everyone.
Imani. Arikomabu. I'm gonna ask now Jeanette if she'd like to read. And while you're maybe introducing yourself, I'm gonna pull up your pieces and you can tell me which one you'd like me to show.
Arikomabu ra. Hahom, hahom. Dairi le Jeanette. My name is Jeanette. Da Taino Hehebano da Waria Itikiskeja. My Taino ancestors are from Itikiskeja, and I'm very happy to be here alongside of everyone this evening, including all of these beautiful fellow storytellers. And Hra, if you can pull up Bonao Quisqueya. Yeah, I'm going to start off with this piece.
¿Verdad?
Uh-huh. Yeah. And you can pull up the Spanish translation, or even the sort of like English, Spanglish, probably the Spanglish, because that's
This is the Spanglish, right? Where I'm
yeah.
pulling it.
That's
Okay.
the way that it was. Yeah, let's go with this one.
Okay.
Bonao Quisqueya. Daitai urai yake. Abature iwa adashi. Kasibaroko kena el kepebera. Asiwano. Kaui. Lanaha. Uhabono. Kena. Ukadino. Biki kokoni. Bu. Ikiwaboa. And you can pull up the next one, alchemy.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm reading.
¿Verdad?
Yes, that one. I'm just going to read two poems, and they're both rather short. Yeah. E Iranahawa. Bukuto. Oka buaha. Biaba. Wabono. Tosawari. Wariko. Ayelahahi. Ilano. Akidahiki. Auruku. Korolono. Abudihaki. Auba. Kahusi. Lahubono. Sari ua moro. Anikano. Yara auhua. Kuma aba. Udurale. Katikua. Kuhua. Akura. Kaadika. Omaka. Uwatanaho. Uwaidikaba. Atikaha. Wawatehino. Tosamanika warika abohoi. Biabamuka. Aita halika halu. Kuya. Ahiba abatoa. And that is all. Thank you so much. And I appreciate your space and all of the beautiful words that have been shared so far, and all of the ones that have yet to come. Such a pleasure. Gracias.
Arikomabu.
Arikomabu.
Ahom, arikomabu. And I can say that the way that as poetic as Jeanette is on the page is that's how Jeanette talks. That's how she talks on her daily life when she's expressing herself and talking about goals and dreams. And when we text, I'm always like, damn, like that was a poem, you know? So it's a gift, right? I'm now gonna ask Anna if she'd like to read. And while you're introducing yourself, I'm gonna find your piece.
I'm Ana Teresa. I live in Arizona, and I think the first thing I have to say is Arikomabu Atekina Itu Rahikotea, who's done just this remarkable job of bringing us together. And I also want to thank the other Ituno poets here. It's been something special today. Nothing against Gray, but it's wonderful to have most of the women of the group here. So the first one I was going to read is called Another Day, Yaban Kasakabo. And this is important to me now because I've been reading digital newspapers online, La Gaceta de Puerto Rico, and the news from 1835 is all the royal decrees and the Queen speaking. And this is an opportunity to think about, well, what other kind of news was happening in the 1830s? Yaban Kasakabo. Daadeira ki buguamo ukaidan, turasamata ki kaaye, landa kotara. Kenakansiwaki, aama okamaki, alutura no, ahubo e kakariau. Dabadiwa kitura no recordings, lan aharuka no kena siwi, ruka no kena kiki, babawari akawaiba. Akaisa, ka urikeino, aluka warakoniwa, kobai butaya. Buko yotaki bu itaino, lan ka warikoni huracan. Bu imiko aki abacachavos, aka serabuyo bia kabami kena kepe tosabu mawitaki. Buarikoma ki bu itu bia kachinano, kena nispero no tia waibaki auma bu miku. Bu arienkaki bueshin ua awariko boio ebeira kibada. Damuka ua katala toho karalo tan adueno, karalo lan urakeino. Waha oloko katola daikshi landan. Da akshula kahiareno tosa ewa adeiraki, hanai uma adakena asabau. Tatraha osani a arikebia tanamano, kena dabia mari. Yaban kasakabo, Yaban Uruguay, Arei Halan, Katomaku kasakabo. And
where would you like me to go now?
I'm going to go to my Axolotl heart. Daniki lan Axoloto. And Kuya talked about decolonization earlier. I've got a lot more work to do with that because I call myself a recovering academic because I got put through the academy. I have more letters after my name than before. So this is about recovering from all of that. Ahui, tura tokoa e kia ki a ahuse I dia hawatue. Unewati e wea ka aharo no tan akuse unatunto ni kena taurihani. Uburina huka ebeki el padre anuka no ke da abada piaba pukubano. Landa makuaima, landa buaiba matun makuima. Aba mea culpa tosa emerani niakata. Da ikiraku bukawona ho aramasa birito yoko. Kena da awarimu aku daluku. Kaluku no yukena wanai. Tosa ewea ahudo dinawa abahika kena waia. Ka uhabu no tosa urita aki amudabata atuna no. Tikida kiyoka kena yorada ki anaka akai. Ebihera nolan kamana tino awarimwa wausa kabawa. Ka heketidan da ili awarimwa ki maoma footnotes kusa ulari Yehuda saw. Da yamokadan da ali warimo akiai maoma bokuba ge kusa anahawa ge. Kakabukam ahui diache da haroya naya mayara tokododaka. Da trahausani a anakomulo tokoa bukasare murikawa no. Habua naya kena ka klots kena azibala no lanabuhiang shihi kena abiki toho karumahe asiso malu. Kena diki kaheketi cells aluda nikuaku wainata a akanaka kibara a trahausani a puruda usi koho. Arikomabu.
Arikomabu, Ana. Thank you. Gracias. Doesn't Ana have the voice for like audiobooks? Like if Ana read audiobooks, like I would just listen to them, even if I didn't like the book, I would just to listen to Ana's voice. Okay. I'm going to ask now Ermin. And Ermin, you can tell me where you'd like to start.
Let's start with Miari Akutu. Hello, grandmother.
Well, I'm gonna look for that while you maybe introduce yourself. Let me try to find it.
Miari Abatoma, da iriwe Ermin. Da traha saraku adaikutaki a ama oma to auna awakani taino ikuruku huano. I'm so happy to be here with all of these other amazing Taino artists. And to echo Ana, Arikomabu Ra, Bia Amarihani, Toho Wani, Dara Kena Manawani, Onara Bia Akuayaba Kena Ahianawi. Thank you, Ra, for making this such an open and welcoming space always for our culture and our language. Here's to many more. Okay, hang on, I gotta get my. Okay, so the first poem, Miari Akutu, Hello Grandmother. Miari Akutu, Hali kanikaki tura ausa. U e amarihaki kena e herawaki bu, kuruaha e ken bia kakasakabo. Konani anaka o mawa kararano, tosabinaka lu kahura. Korokoani tue wo e sahi. Abarara oma katikua ukoruno anikano uwa yaiwa kahura. Alikani kaki turausa. Ouna bu okama hanai ahianiwa oka dadaye. Ahiaho te keta mabulo anaine wa bata. Halikani kaki turausa. Naya wara ka aeke anai wa irino. Ka murulu no kena. Kena kiaki naya ashukuta oka wakia houna ta ahia turanaka abu. Baura bau aniane onara kenadan. Tue anika bu adira houna bu korokoa landaka. Leitura ekinine kusa yaiwa. Da banue tosa turale ekinine. Dia da iara okamabu ahuiki aluda ahiareino. Baura bau anaene onara kenadan. That's that one. Thank you. Y para la próxima, Taino Abatore, the Taino Manifesto.
Okay,
Taino Abatore.
here it is.
I really loved this prompt, which was to write the Taino Manifesto. So here's mine. My Taino Abarutore. A ewa wa kairi no anaka. A ewa wa hiwatahia anaka. A anshihi wawaya no kena ua asakira alika wodo. Kei aba lokukia. kei avaluku. A wakata kayare, abudani oluku wa monano. A wakata ka kansihi a amamari wawayano. A adurawa oma wa hebeyono. A anuka kakoya lan awayuno wa hebeyono konawaki. Alu ishiada sao a wakia. A kauwara oma tokora wa ituno kena atiano. Kena atawa tue koba wasiwaki. Wo anika yaha. Wo ewamika yaha. Wo mukama yaha. Arikomabu.
Arikomabu, Ermen, gracias, Sahul. And I'm now gonna ask Yaceli, Doctora Yaceli. And Yaceli, while you introduce yourself, I'm gonna look for your pieces.
I actually have the slides I'll share.
Oh, yes, okay.
Can you see that? Okay. Miyari, everyone. Hello. Da irile Yaceli. My name is Yaceli. Da Taino Hebeyono Wariakiskeya. And the first poem I'm going to share with you is entitled Korokwani Alu Taino, Remembering in Taino, which is a poem written to a Taino ancestor. Baje bello. And I'll be translanguaging as I read my poems, which means I'll be speaking in multiple languages, as you'll see. Baje bello, my spirit remembers you. Que viani alu taino, areini, tekirahani, atiahani, abokani, anshihini, ishitani, aluwa hiwatahia. Did you imagine who your children would become? Dashuke bu aitaki. Dashuke bu aitaki tosa wo mukaki. Korokwabu, centuries later, that we'd be reaching out for you, embracing you. Areini bu aregiano. Aribanaka bu abinaka. Ashikanaini bu ahiareino. Atunani bu abokehi bono. Dariani ga koka bu mamo. Ubano lan bu asukadai. Que bu aruha arahu wakiya inurawa. Kena anakarani wakiya alu taino. And my second poem is entitled Wakaribe Tayeno Mayara Ama Kokoyaki. Our Caribbean tongues cannot be tamed. Our Caribbean tongues cannot be tamed. Anaihi naya ahia waria abaolan tola. Remembrance and resistance. Wakaribe Tayeno Muka Uwama Kokoyaki. Anaihiwa hebeyono ahia dinawa wakiya. Anaihi wa hebeyono mayara ama manituhuk aki. Anaihi wa hebeyono ewa uwa tokodaki ashitakni. Because their legacies will not be suppressed. Wakaribe dayeno muka ebo a ahia, wawashide, wurude, kaseira de. Define the oppressor's ideas of correctness. revealing the histories of our African and Taino tatarabuelas, unveiling the language they spoke to the moon in, guiding us to the soil they cultivated. Wadayeno eyata wakiya ka nekakoro no lan wan koyaha. Wa ahianiwa le ishitahu. Arikomabu, thank you.
Arikomabu, Jafeli, thank you. And we have another poet, Kyla, who last minute like had some connection issues. And so they just recorded themselves and sent me the video. So I'm gonna share that video that they sent to me. So this is Kyla's piece. And Kyla is a Taino Boricua.
Miari Itaino. Da irile Kaila Tukaya Victoria Garcia. Da Taino Hebeono Doaria Borinquen. Da Trahawaria Hoboken, New Jersey, Lenape land, among other nations. Kena da Kevia Alu, Los Angeles, California, Tongva land, including many other various nations. I am with you today near the Bawa, the ocean. Talata Ibekati, happy full moon. I'm going to be reading 2 pieces today. Before I do, I just want to wish Ra a very happy birthday, belated birthday, Pisces season, and thank her for the gift of her mentorship and her vision and perspective and the time she takes to teach and hold each and every one of us. We are so lucky to have you. Arikomabu. And I also want to dedicate both of these poems to my Akutu, Victoria Garcia, who has now transitioned to the astral realm. His first piece is called Koki Aralo Banuelo. Da Owaka Kakayu, Da Owaka Kakaya Alu da Adibeyu, Kayunke Alu da Eibuno, Arabuko Behukono Via Ejiperano, Aboaniki Tosamuka Madan Amasiba, Via Abakadakaba Wiwano, Wo Karadaiki Haruti Sibaroko, Da Akuapiki, Da Akuapaki, Da Dae A Bu Ahiareino, Abakoki Maomakudi Tabon, Abuturei Maomakudi Ta Awarano, Kiaki Daluku Abutawa Aruti Kenakatikua, Wo Banue Aki Biaka Ahianiwa A Akiri Buda Bohio, Houna Wo Anawa Wakia Koki Aralo Kena Ahia Hiwatahia, Kahebeyono Arei A Sutokuro, Sutokoro, Wawakia Wodomadan Amioa, Kahebeyono Areia Sutokoro, Wakia Wodomadan Amuiwa. The second piece is called Datraha Anahawa. Pumayara Ikiraku Yaiwa, Awariha Aluwabubu, Puewea Ikaraku Tura Asukura Dinawa, Keyewa Ayaduku, I am safe. Datraha Anahawa, Alu Tomaku Ahianiwa, Tomaku Wararawatea Landan. Dan Shihibu, I love each and every one of you. Thank you for this community. Arikomabu, sending blessings from the Bawa.
Awesome. And that was Kyla. So we miss her, but I'm glad that it worked out and we were able to show her video. Oh, and do you have something you want to put on the screen, or do you want me to show your piece?
You can show my piece. I don't really have
Okay.
anything.
Okay. While you talk, I'm gonna look for it.
And
Okay.
that's all right. Dairi Niaku'no. I am from Weekend. I'm currently based in Atorrey. I have had a very interesting February. So I'm a little like my emotions are really weird. I'm also Pisces. My birthday is next week. So I feel like so much lately. So forgive me if I'm a little like spaced out or just yeah. I have two poems. And I wrote them inspired by the prompts from the class that we took. And I just like made them better. And yeah, I still have I struggle a little bit when I read them in Hiwatahia, but I'm gonna go slow.
Is this where you want me to start? Is this okay?
So,
¿No se puede avanzar?
Sí.
Okay.
Sí. Sí. Sure. Tura Mayara ama Kokoyaki. Kalaye bile ke Taino Tokodauki. Tosakevia alu daboio kena ibira o masivei. Bu Mayara Kokoyaka. Ajutaba lanka akuibawa. Anai ka ahabu katikawumase tankayuno. Bu Mayara atakura tuei warikono. Malu tanka yotorono tanka hadoya. Anai hitilla muka toko tokabu akiribu atadaha kena. Tekidaha butosa le teijawa. Alubu hurakin bu manati kenawa kokikoki. Number one.
Where do you want me to go now? Is it is this the one you want to read next?
Yes, make the gringo incómodo. This one I still struggle with. I'm gonna go for it. Amarija ka gringo makurasu isa. Da ekia kia uwama a amarija ka gringo kurasu isakena amarija wani isulaka a ahia hanai ahianiwa. Omakei naiko yokoraki kei ainaka isa. Aka isa tanajo damanika ashika ava isa ava ahiniwa leka baiva karamaje akuya. Damanika ashika avasika ahe buiyara entowa daka kusa uwa. Alu aikoduha da makaki usibeibu abija ka aligua malutan datura dahadoya wa beyuno wa konukonano ashikadaka ashikawakiya wa atura akiribu. Da asawa idiateca effort tosala English iyara sanako naya akaisa yara do ahiareino o maharai da ewa aba rususurono da manika kakoya hamabau atakihani madaheka hei alu ahubu da manika ejerawa bu kansihino da hi Spanglish akunaku aki o Hiwatahia-Taino. Abagreor, Tanka Ahianawono, Tanka Asaukawijino, Dama Manusa Ahe da Waitan Letan Le Aban Lang Ishitahu Kusa Atankanayasao, Agaisa da Ekininele Tosa Aban Kasakawonaban Kagringos Kusa Caspaniers en Towo Wakia, Kename wo Mukawa Wawashi.
Aricomabu, Nivia, thank you so much. Gracias.
De nada. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. So beautiful, this gathering.
And for anyone who you know, is in Boriking, is here in Boriking, or is coming, Nivia is a pottery artist and gives workshops. She's in the Atorrey, right? Atorrey region. So you can go get do a nice workshop with Nivia. Get all dirty with the pottery.
And if you watch local news, I'll probably be in Teleonce next Tuesday.
Oh, nice. You gotta go like this. You gotta.
Yeah. So this is the local news that I'm missing because I've already been in Guapa and I have already been in Telemundo, so I'm missing
Yes.
Teleonce. So
That's true. Yeah, like she really has. You gotta, if you look up Nivia Toro pottery, you will see her interviews on like news here in the island. Yeah. So okay. Thank you so much, Nivia. And I want to say and I'm going to end this off with a piece. I just need to find it. Okay. So this is my piece. It's called Wahianiwa Lewa Wawashine. Our language is our freedom. Nuestra lengua es nuestra libertad. Yeah. Ukaidan letosa kasakabu. Ukaidan wodo abang ashukuta aswanalo. Wo yeyu no mahyare, no mabinaka, no mareja, no madakara, noma akayata, nomaka mukowa okaka mayowakan noma urake arinkaki anai wadahi luku wa hebeno kena wa tekinano. Wo ahudo hahomse biaka abano ubura wo kena ka abano oma wo yaha ukaidan. Bia owakani ka hikikoa idia tosa ka abano warikoni abulia arikawa ka uma. Hiana ni bikidano kena adahi kalata. Wahianiwa akalihano wo asurula wa eikawano. Asurulani akanawano tan yokahuhui ayudawasao. Wayaniwa le mutakan bia wa hatuwahakui a ashika hai alika wo do. Wahianiwa le abanahawa ouo kenava ahiuha a wawashine tura akehano wo manshihi ke wo anika tura. I want to say arikomabu, hahom, gracias, thank you to all the poets for going on this journey with me, for you know, being part of the workshop, and kind of like when I proposed it to them, being like, okay, like sure, let's do another thing. And you know, the workshop it didn't just bring us closer to the language, which was the point, but also brought us closer to each other, and we continue to collaborate and work together and learn the language together and use it together. And so this is one of many projects, right, that we have worked on and that we will work on. If anyone here in the audience is interested in being part, is Taino, and is interested in being part of the future, the next Anaba Taino Poetry Workshop, send me an email. I am planning that out, so it will happen sometime in the near future. So, you know, just let me know that you want to be in the loop so that you know when it's happening. And other than that, Hahom, thank you for coming to listen to these wonderful people share their poetry, their writing, their storytelling. We really appreciate it. And if any of the poets, if you want to stay and chit chat, we can do that. And but other than that, for everyone else, Usakasakuda, good evening, buenas noches. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you at future virtual gatherings. Thank you, Arikomabu.